So I don't know all the numbers and nothing like that, but I do know that I remember like my kids was talking about him before I knew who he was. It was kind of like when Chief Keef blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chief Keef was putting out videos on YouTube and stuff like that with D Gaines and stuff. And
that was a crazy situation because at that time, I guess people hadn't seen something so rough and so raw and rugged at that point in time where guys were just holding
homegrown.
Yeah, homegrown, just sitting outside with ARs going, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Acting up and everything. But that's something that he was used to doing. Man, do you know how dope that would have been? I mean, Chief Keef is who he is now, but if someone would have been able to grab him and like mold that shit into something.
Yo, he was on the perfect machine with the perfect team. He was just too young and he was too savage to actually grasp it. He was under 50, under Dre. You know what I'm saying? He went to Interscope and Jimmy Iovine immediately put him with the top people to kind of help guide his career in a particular way, but he pushed against it. But his album did numbers. His album did well. It's just that he just was not, he couldn't conform to it, which I mean, it is what it is. When you come from where he come from, what is conformity?
Yeah, and all he know at that point in time in his life is to rebel, and can't nobody tell him nothing. You know what I mean? And that's no knock against him, but I totally understand that because
no media training and none of that would have changed that for him.
No, because at any given moment he probably would have slapped one of the people in the face or anything. So, and even for it to be 50, like there's only so much Fifth can do because at that point you're a success. And
50 was really just stepping outside of the music game a little bit and starting to dabble more into his acting and other stuff like that. So, and he had already kind of like solidified himself as a superstar.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, it's not to say nothing bad about Chief Keef, but at that point, you're a risk standing next to him. You know, like
exactly.
I got my bag.
He didn't show up to his video shoot.
I got my bag. I don't want to mess up my bag because I'm trying to get into other things. You know what I mean? So being with you or teaching you certain things is a good look, but how much of a risk am I going to take? You know?
Exactly. And that's the thing about it. That's why I see like when I see what happens with like young Durk, I see Lil Durk. That's his name, right? Lil Durk, young Durk, Lil Durk. Yeah, that's what when I see him, I see what his team is doing different and why he's able to blow up. He might be blowing up late in respects to what his peers have already been doing, but it's the perfect time for him. And I'm watching him like work with Nas. I'm seeing him work with all of these different artists like 5VO Foreign and all these different artists who actually have some movement behind them. And it helps his brand. And his team is real sensitive about making sure his brand is protected. Even when what's his name? King Von died. You know what I'm saying? I know that, you know what I'm saying, the street side of him probably wanted to retaliate. They wanted to get involved, want to do
big time.
But he knows that he got a lot of people eating with him. He got a lot of people eating off of him. And if he falls, the whole empire crumbles. And he got like they said that he had a concert at the United Center and he brought out almost like all the Chicago drill. He had Chance out there and it wasn't no incidents. You know what I'm saying?
And it shouldn't be.
And he raised a lot of money for his charities and stuff like that. That's big, dude, for him. You know what I'm saying? He J age. You know what I'm saying? 27 years old, 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? And his team is insulating him, and he's making sure he's focused on putting out the music that brings in the money, or doing features that brings in the money, and just focus on that business aspect of it. Because you know the life of a rap star is short-lived anyway. You better get it while you're in there.
Yeah, and the best part about, like you said, they're insulating him to keep him focused on it. But you're also noticing that the cream is rising to the top, right? You know, Chief Keef is still around because of the consistency of him doing the music. Yeah. Durk has figured it out, his own way and his own method. Like, they figured it out. So NBA Youngboy, like all these guys have figured it out. Yo, I got to just stay involved in the music. Yes, I had to be consistent in the music. And not only will it bring me success, but it'll keep me out of a lot of bullshit that I don't need to be involved in. You know,
for some reason, being a rapper, for the life of me, I can't understand other than just the dire need to quote unquote keep it real, it always seems, and I'm making sure I choose my words well, it always seems like that negativity gravitate towards the rapper. You know what I'm saying? It gravitates because especially like those who kind of like who stand on being from the streets, being from a set. I mean, they literally made Old Block a tourist attraction.
Everybody want to know what Old Block was.
Motherfuckers come from overseas. They come see Chicago, not to see Chicago, but to just visit Old Block because that's where their favorite rapper says he's from. They don't even realize the level of absurdity that comes with that. They don't understand that that Old Block is just a community that's part of a larger community. You see what I'm saying? And shit can go wrong. Yeah. They might show up on the day where the ops is really out there looking for you know what I'm saying?
Right, where it's really hot out there. Like they are really into it and it is going down. Like the neighborhood is hot than a motherfucker and y'all out there visiting.
Because it stay active. The city stay active, dude. It's a serial killer in Chicago right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, that's why I'm saying like the idea of like what makes a rapper pop is kind of scary to me because most of the ones that are really I guess doing it, the ones that are really like flourishing are the ones that come from those dark backgrounds.
But even then, bro, at some point you got to be about the music because you can't have your foot in the street and involved in the industry.
I 100% agree, dog.
The streets is going to decapitate that.
That's why it's weird to me because I know for a fact as being artistic, being an artist, it's always paramount. It's always like the priority when you're an artist. Yeah. Like I don't care if you're a graffiti artist. I don't care if you do fashion, whatever. If you could have some street in you, but you're gonna always be protective over your art and you're gonna always focus on that, especially when it starts making you money, because the goal is always to make money anyway. That's why niggas sell drugs. Niggas don't sell drugs because it's glamorous.
You ain't supposed to, because there's some idiots out there that think that that's what they do.
Think it's cool. Yeah, they think it's cool. They're not looking at the fact that the only reason why niggas do it, have really done it, is because it's the quickest way to the buck.
That's it.